What's going on, my people? Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kemal AA, and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys, where I'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news in the past 24 hours. To the Athletic, Thomas Tuchel is going to be aggressively backed by owner Roman Abramovich in the transfer market. They're going to have a £250 to £300 million transfer kitty, where the centre-back and the striker positions are a priority for Thomas Tuchel to elevate and bolster this current squad to turn them into Premier League title challengers next season and close the gap with Man City. We'll be delving into all the rumoured targets, we'll be delving into all the latest reports and articles. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Now in this video I'll be delving into and essentially dissecting every single target that we're looking at, including Romelu Lukaku, Erling Haaland, Harry Kane, Marquinhos, Rafael Varane, which are the rumoured targets that currently Thomas Tuchel is looking after, that all the rumoured targets that Thomas Tuchel is currently invested in, and the club targets at the minute. Now initially it has come out Now it has been broken and it has come out by various articles and outlets, and a lot of noise coming out of England, that Thomas Tuchel, after the season concluded, after we have our Champions League final in Porto against Manchester City, and of course after the season completely concluded, Thomas Tuchel and the Chelsea hierarchy are going to sit down together in a meeting. They're going to discuss targets. They're going to draw up a list of, they're going to draw a short list of targets that they're going to be pursuing after. They're going to be invested in to essentially sign and bring to Stamford Bridge that Thomas Tuchel wants. Thomas Tuchel is of course going to have his opinion. You've got Petr Cech, who is that sporting director. He's going to be the link between Thomas Tuchel and Petr Cech. We know that a few weeks ago an article came out from The Athletic that Petr Cech has a fantastic relationship with Thomas Tuchel, which is key, which is really important, because of course Thomas Tuchel can communicate directly with Mourinho Sky, as of course the chief negotiator, or can communicate directly to Petr Cech, and therefore Thomas Tuchel's opinion is going to be valid, and it's going to be very, very important when it comes to signing the right players, because we've made this mistake in the past where the club's gone out and listened to the scouts, the club's gone out and signed their players that are cheaper alternatives and believe they can get away with it, and that gap is just extended between Chelsea, with likes of your Man City, your Liverpool, etc. And by this new transfer strategy and this new model, where we're going to be listening to the manager and their opinion, we need to take this seriously. But it just goes to show from what we're hearing and the whispers that are coming out that these are Thomas Tuchel players, and it's really going to be interesting and fascinating, and hopefully we are learning. And as I said, after the season's concluded, Thomas Tuchel will be sitting down with the Chelsea board and Chelsea hierarchy, Bruce Buck, Mourinho Sky, Petr Cech, and etc. They're going to be discussing who to essentially sign, who's first choice. They're going to be doing all the negotiations, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a massive summer ahead. And the good news is, because they're going to be doing it straight after the season concluded, this means that we're going to try to get our business on early. We're going to be efficient. We're going to be quick, negotiate at a rapid pace. We know the Euros is this summer as well, so you're not going to have much time to negotiate directly with the player. So I'm looking forward. In terms of striker targets, of course, we know that Matt Law made that article. The striker position and the centre-back position are the main priority positions for which Thomas Tuchel wants to improve upon, and of course Roman believes, and the Chelsea hierarchy believe, that's the positions they also need to strengthen. In terms of the striker targets and the positions that we're looking for, three names. We know the three names already. I've spoken about it on numerous times on this channel. We've known about it for a few weeks now, but the three main superstar striker targets that we're after are of course Romelu Lukaku, Harry Kane, or Erling Haaland. Now in terms of those three players, from what we've been hearing, I've heard separate different things, but also when you delve into these reliable articles coming out from The Athletic, all of them are going to be very, very difficult to get over the line. Not only going to be difficult to negotiate, but they're going to be extremely expensive, astronomical fees, and it's probably going to be unlikely for all three of them. And I'll be breaking down all three of them right now. In terms of Romelu Lukaku, it has been broken out by The Athletic that essentially Inter Milan were in massive financial trouble. However, they've just received brand new investment from a US group of £263 million. So they've got that injection of cash into the club, into the league. So they're not going to be struggling financially. They won Serie A, they won the Scudetto, they've secured Champions League football, so they're going to get that extra revenue from the Champions League football. They've got that cash injection from the US investment group. Now they don't need to raise funds. And of course, pandemic is not going to help, because of course that means decreased matchday revenue, decreased revenue in terms of merchandise as well. But Inter Milan, they've got the funds now. They're not going to be desperate to sell Lukaku. And if they were going to sell Lukaku, they would charge an astronomical fee. Whereas before, if they're desperate for the cash, they would easily take 65 to 70 million pounds. But now that they're not desperate for that cash injection because they've already got it from a US investment group, they're going to command around 110, 120 million pounds. I don't think realistically Chelsea's going to pay that for Romelu Lukaku, in considering his age, the fact that he's already played in the league. He doesn't necessarily fit Thomas Tuchel's system, in my personal opinion. And of course, I think Harry Kane and Erling Haaland are more preferred options. So again, because of that cash injection from the US investment group that's reported everywhere, especially The Athletic, it's highly unlikely Lukaku will leave. Added to the fact that Lukaku is actually really happy at Inter Milan. He's got a fantastic relationship with the gaffer Antonio Conte. They've got a fantastic working relationship together. He's happy in Italy. His family is very settled. He's just won the title. Spirits are really high. So again, I don't see Lukaku happening, especially after hearing that they've got that cash injection. In terms of Harry Kane, again, for obvious reasons, it's going to be almost impossible. We know the situation. Again, same age as Romelu Lukaku, 28 years of age, in the prime of his career. But you're going to have to negotiate directly with Daniel Levy. You know, we all know the Modric saga back in 2011. You know, Modric was this close to being finalised. He even met Roman on his yacht off the Mediterranean coast. It was going to be done. He was desperate. His dream move was with Chelsea. We even agreed a fee, but they were tight. And then a year later, they sold him to Madrid for £10 million less. So we know the situation. Tottenham and Chelsea, they don't do business. We never do business. Rudiger is close to going. Giroud is close to going. We don't give them players, and vice versa. If we had any sort of possibility, no clubs would be able to. If we had any sort of possibility of signing Harry Kane, it would essentially mean that there would be no competition for Harry Kane, and that Harry Kane will be so desperate to leave Tottenham, because Man City are a competition and they're the favourites to sign him because of that direct rivalry that we have with Tottenham. Tottenham would of course rather sell to Man City compared to Chelsea, and of course Man City are further down the line in terms of their projects, so they're more enticing to a Harry Kane, etc. So I personally think that if Harry Kane was going to leave, it's going to be to Man City, but there's no guarantee. And I think in terms of us, it's already come out by various reports by Miguel Delaney, the Daily Mail Online, The Athletic, that Daniel Levy would, to sell Harry Kane, Daniel Levy would have to consider at least £200 million for a 28-year-old with glass angle. Listen, we know he's world class. We know that for me, he's the best striker in world football. We know that he's going to guarantee 25 Premier League goals every season, season in, season out. But with his glass angles and his injury issues and problems, they're only going to get worse when he keeps aging. It's a gamble. It's a bit of a risk. And again, when you're paying £200 million, you know, you need that investment to come quickly. So again, I don't see Chelsea signing him. If we do have a chance, it's going to be very, very, very slim because of that rivalry that we have. We don't negotiate with Tottenham. They want an astronomical fee for Harry Kane. I don't see it happening. Now, in terms of Erling Haaland, another player that I don't see happening, because Erling Haaland, there was a huge possibility he could be leaving this summer if Borussia Dortmund did not qualify for the Champions League. And unfortunately, they got third place, meaning they got that Champions League revenue. They've got the Champions League football. Haaland is happy in Germany. You know, he's young. He's 20. You know, he can easily wait another year in Germany. He's got that release clause kicking in next summer as well, where all the top clubs are going to be in for him, including Chelsea, of £75 million. His family settled in Germany. He's got Champions League football. The only way I could have seen Haaland come to Chelsea this summer was if they got Europa League football, because Haaland's quality and calibre, he can't be playing Europa League football. Dortmund would also need that revenue if they got Europa League football. So I think there was more of a chance and opportunity of Haaland coming to Chelsea if they did in fact secure Europa League football. But unfortunately, they got Champions League. That's another striker, top striker, that of course is very, very unlikely to sign for Chelsea this summer. So that's three players where I see are highly unlikely. There's a real possibility now that we may not secure a top world-class striker because of all the three reasons I just mentioned. And in terms of centre-back, according to various reports, Chelsea, of course, leading the race for Rafael Varane alongside Manchester United. If Varane does leave, of course, don't forget they've just signed David Alaba on a free. Rafael Varane, 26 years of age, he's won everything in his career. He's won the World Cup, multiple Champions Leagues, multiple La Ligas. He's 26 in the prime of his career. He's still relatively young. Again, he'd want a new challenge. Comes to the Premier League. I think, you know, he's a top-class centre-back, good ball-playing centre-back, long, physical, good aerial threat as well. You know, he's a world-class centre-back. There's no denying that. And I think that Rafael Varane would, of course, elevate this team. And centre-back is a position at the Chelsea hierarchy, and Thomas Tuchel do believe that it does, in fact, need strengthening. So, again, you have to watch the space when it comes to Rafael Varane. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. In terms of Marquinhos, there hasn't been any whispers. We know that Thomas Tuchel has worked with him. We know Thomas Tuchel is a massive fan of Marquinhos. But we need to remember that Marquinhos recently signed a 5-year contract with Paris Saint-Germain, so they're going to essentially command extortionate fee. We're talking £80, £90 million. And even though I believe he is worth it, because for me, he's my number one choice in terms of centre-back. He's world-class. He's ball-playing centre-back. He's got a fantastic working relationship with Thiago Silva, with Thomas Tuchel, etc. and he's one of the best centre-backs in world football. The fee that it's going to take to even sign Marquinhos would be completely astronomical, and again, I don't see it being too realistic. So we'll have to wait and see. We know that Roman is going to aggressively spend. So even though I said that Kane, Lukaku, Haaland are all quite unlikely, you never know. Money always talks. Cash is king. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Same thing with Marquinhos. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Again, any sort of updates or major updates you're going to be hearing on this channel. So hit the bell notification. Subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. But that is me wrapping up the news video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.